What's up, everybody? I'm First Warren 5 Meteorologist Warren Sears. Whew, it was tough out there today. Temperatures very warm. That humidity, though, wow, it is downright heavy, and it was tough to be outside for extended periods of time today. Sadly, we do have a few more days of that, but I already am tracking our next cold front, and you should see this forecast. Huge changes in the course of 4 or 5 days. So lots to talk about. We do have some thunderstorm chances along that next cold front. So I'll get you ready for your Monday, out the door. The heat index values, I'll let you know what range we're expecting for the next few days. And we'll time out at least some of the latest computer guidance with thunderstorm chances on Wednesday. And that front and the awesome air that follows behind it. Yeah, it is summer. And I know that a lot of you love the summer season. I like the summer season. But this is not normal summer. This is extreme. And I'm sure not many people are going to complain about what's to come later in the week. So let's talk about it. Let's get you through here the next few days and make sure that you can see my weather graphics here real quick. And we will get going. All right, there we go. So let's kind of do a little overview. Looking ahead, Monday there is a small rain chance early, and that's actually pretty new. I went to dinner, home quick for dinner, and then came back, and some of the newer high resolution guidance is spitting out this big complex of thunderstorms that drops through Iowa. It wants it to sustain a little bit better and gives us a small rain chance north of I-70 in the early morning. But I think most of the day is dry. It just gets really hot really fast. Another day of dangerous heat in the afternoon. That's why we have that first warm weather day in place, because it is impactful. It is altering your life and your plans and your outdoor activities and your practices and all that stuff. So really hot again Monday and Tuesday. But Tuesday is the last day of the extreme heat with the heat indices up to 115. Today I saw Maryville have a heat index of 126. So definitely tough stuff. But by Wednesday, our next cold front at least starts to work in, I think, a little bit later in the day, and storm chances are going to return. Let me talk about the overnight chance here. You can see this complex of thunderstorms drop out of Iowa. It'll be on a big decaying, weakening phase. But as I mentioned, some of the higher resolution stuff does want to keep a few showers and rumbles in northern Missouri real early. By 7, maybe a few left over, but by 8, I think all this is falling apart. So we'll keep that small chance early, mainly well north of the metro, well north of I-70 across far northern Missouri. If you live closer to the Iowa state line, this will be a little bit of a better chance for you. But the big story here through Tuesday, again, is that heat. So we do have hot and very humid conditions. We're not talking record temperatures, but the heat index values really is where it gets you here. Both afternoons feeling up to 115. Limit outdoor activity if you can from about 1 to 7 p.m. And that's really important. No need for strenuous outdoor activities in this time frame. No need for dog walking in this time frame. And if you can, a real early morning stuff tomorrow or real late close to sunset will be much more tolerable. It'll still be hot and humid, but much more tolerable. So here's a look at your next 24 hours for your feels like temperatures. Even into the overnight, it's going to feel like we're in the 80s as our low, in the morning. So very muggy, very warm to start. Already by 11, feeling like 95, and then up to 110 in the afternoon. Some spots to the north, maybe even up to 115. And that's why the heat advisory in place was extended, or upgraded, I should say, to an extreme heat warning for far northwest Missouri. That does include those of you in Maryville and Nottoway County. And this is just a slightly higher confidence for the slightly higher heat index values up in that range. Don't get too caught up. It's going to be hot. It's going to be very humid and dangerously hot for everybody watching this right now. Just a few reminders here. Never leave anyone in a parked car, even with open windows, even for 5-10 minutes. This is just not stuff you mess around with when you've got temperatures like this. If you do have to be out and about in the heart of the afternoon and in the sun, dress in light colors and loose fabrics. Really helps. Light colors have a higher albedo, reflecting more of the incoming solar radiation. Plenty of fluids. This one's tough for some of you, I know. Stay away from sugary drinks. And then alcohol is definitely not something to help keep you hydrated when you've got extreme heat like this. And as I mentioned, heart of the afternoon outdoor activities, not great from 1 to 7. So as we look out right now, it looks pleasant. It's still very soupy out there. Your actual air temperature is sitting at 87 at the airport, still 90 in Lawrence. I want to show you the heat index, though, right now at 835. Still feels like 101 in Kansas City, 106 in St. Joe, and 120 still in Maryville. One thing I do want to note is some of these sensors are at airports, and some of them are closer to cornfields, and this might sound a little silly, but this time of the year we have something called corn sweat. You've probably seen it cycling around, but basically the corn plants literally sweat and release extra moisture into the atmosphere. On a local scale, it can be felt. I don't think it's something on a huge scale that really makes an impact, but locally it definitely can. So some of these heat index values might be a little bit higher, just depending on where the sensors are. I know the Lawrence Airport, the sensor's near a cornfield, so again, could have some smaller impacts there, but regardless, it's very hot out there right now. Still feels like 103. So let's get into tomorrow. So the forecast low temperatures are in the 70s, mid 70s for a lot of us. So even not much relief early in the morning. The most pleasant part of the day, I guess, but still not a whole lot of relief. Your high temperatures in the 90s for everybody, a lot of mid 90s out there. Our normal high is 89. So yeah, this isn't something, abnormal, right? It's July, late July. We get temperatures like this, but it's the factoring in the humidity. I know everyone always jokes, it's not the heat, it's the humidity, but it really is here. And so the next 2 days, 2 afternoons will be tough. Wednesday, we start to work in that front. I think there'll be some spotty showers and storms around, some extra cloud coverage, and it feels like temperatures will not be near as extreme. It's still warm, still summer-like, but and still very humid. But it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday that you will really like how it feels out there. And those are not your real air temperatures. Your real air temperatures will actually be even cooler than that. So let's walk you through. This is the latest, one of the latest computers coming in this evening, and it does have Iowa, Nebraska, and northern Missouri with some rain in the morning on Wednesday. It's a pretty slow moving front. I think it's going to take until the afternoon and evening to give us some thunderstorm chances. Right now it doesn't look overly widespread, like we'll have hours of rain and storms, but we all at least have a chance for some thunderstorms as that front works in throughout the heart of the afternoon and evening as well. Then that pushes to the south into Thursday morning, but again, since it's slow moving, I do have a small chance for some rain and rumbles on Thursday as well. Friday is a little up in the air at this point, but there is another opportunity there. I think for the most part, your better rain and thunderstorm chance will be on Wednesday and into the evening and maybe early overnight. So muggy meter here, miserable. Today, tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday it'll be pretty high. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday you get a nice dip. It'll still be a touch humid, but again, it'll all feel so nice compared to what we have out there right now. I will get myself off the screen here so that you can soak in the awesome temps that were behind my head there, but you've got 2 tough days. Wednesday still warm and humid. Front comes in 80 Thursday, 77 Friday, and 77 Saturday. Some of the computer guidance out there is spitting out even lower temperatures than that. I'm not going to bite too much because that is already a massive swing, but I think that mid to upper 70s near 80 for multiple days there, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday looks very likely. So a lot to look forward to. Those morning lows being in the 60s is a huge plus here. You'll wake up and actually have some slightly more refreshing temperatures to kick off these days. But your next few mornings, those are tough in the mid to upper 70s, already near 80 as you're starting your day. So again, it is summer. It is what we do this time of the year, but these are pretty extreme conditions. It's just like having a 20 below wind chill in the winter, right? It's winter, but come on, this is getting a little extreme. So I know I heard from a lot of you today saying how awful this afternoon was for you. There is light at the end of the tunnel. At least this is not the whole next week. You've got just a couple more days of it, and then a nice, refreshing change by the end of the week. All right, everyone, that is your Sunday evening weather update. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. Hope you have a great week ahead, and stay cool out there for a couple days and lay low. Let the dog have a few days off, and then we can be active later in the week. It looks a lot more safe and a lot more comfortable as well. All right, enjoy the rest of your night, and we'll see you here in about an hour and 20 minutes on KCTV 5 News at 10. See you then.